you probably won't be able to use AI in your supply chain because of one simple reason. Your data sucks and you don't even know it. But that's okay. You still have time to turn this around, and hopefully this video can help in some way. I want everyone in e-commerce to win. Within the next 3 years, $100 million e-commerce companies will be able to be run by 1 to 2 people who are simply filtering decisions from AI tools. So what does that look like for e-commerce? The boring operations stuff that require you to look at data in order to make a decision will eventually be completely taken over by AI tools. So forecasting. You will have a live forecast that accounts for any outside anomalies in the economy or in the world. Purchasing. You will be able to optimize your purchasing automatically to always get the lowest cost inventory. Inventory management. You'll be able to optimize this to never go out of stock no matter what. Fulfillment. With the rise of robotic 3PLs, you will be 100% efficient, no mistakes made at all in picking ever. Marketing. You will never overspend, underspend, and you can optimize for the highest ROAS. You can get the most out of all of your channels, guaranteed. Your AI tools between all of these ops pillars will be working together like a living, breathing organism that never sleeps, never takes breaks, makes no mistakes. And here's the most important part. Brands that use AI will operate 100 times more efficiently, have higher margins, maximize their growth, and most importantly, they will crush the other companies in their industry that don't use AI. Most of the e-commerce operators and founders watching this video are probably gonna immediately think like, I use ChatGPT. I'm ready to automate my supply chain. Here's the thing. I genuinely hope this video can be a wake-up call to all founders and operators. You probably won't be able to use AI in your supply chain because of one simple reason. Your data sucks and you don't even know it. But that's okay. You still have time to turn this around, and hopefully this video can help in some way. I want everyone in e-commerce to win. Now let's look at what you need to do in order to leverage AI when it comes. Clean data is going to be the new oil of the world. The brands with the cleanest data are going to be the ones that win. Brands that implement AI tools that make decisions from bad data will collapse. So here's this put simply. Brands that use AI within the next 3 to 5 years will take over their industries. Brands that successfully use AI have clean data. Therefore, if you have dirty data, you will probably be left in the dust. So how do you know if your data is ready for AI in supply chain? Let's run it through a test. I'll give you a quick example. I want AI to automate my purchasing so that I never run out of stock. It's a wish that most operators have. Great. Here are some data points you'll need in order for AI to even be able to do this job. Do you keep track of your supplier quotations in a central repository? Are your lead times up to date from these suppliers? Do you store any data on their actual performance on your supplier's production runs? Do you have any lead time on sea freight? Do you have min-maxes set up for your ordering at a product level? Do you have a default buffer for your stock that you want to keep on hand? Okay, so let's say you answered no to some or all of these questions. And I see this all the time. If you ask ChatGPT, hey, when should I reorder product X? It would come back and say, ? What are you talking about? I don't have any data to go off of. I wouldn't get overwhelmed though. This is great insight. Now you know where the gaps are in your data if you wanted to automate your purchasing so that you never run out of stock. You still have time to get this in order before AI is truly ready to optimize for you. So here's 3 things you can start doing now to be prepared for AI when it comes to supply chain. Number 1, a single source of truth for all of your product data. And no, unfortunately, Excel and Google Sheets and ShipStation typically don't count as that central repository. This is a place where I have a list of all of my products and the advanced data points on all of them. So for example, like this product, what SKU I use on Amazon, what SKU I use on Shopify, what SKU maps to wholesale, my carton count, my sleeve count, my default receiving bin, my COGS that are recognized and pushed to accounting software, etc., etc. Number 2, start cleaning your order data. When a sale comes in, e-commerce companies and 3PLs have a very bad habit of just fulfilling orders with dirty data from their title. So for example, something comes in, everything but the title is missing, you'll still fulfill it. What happens here is that thing that you just fulfilled, it didn't deduct an inventory. It wasn't added to your forecasting. It wasn't recognized as COGS depleted. There was a lot of things that just got dirty in your data and you just let it go through. Number 3, identify the advanced data that you are missing and start tracking it. What operations tasks do you want AI to automate one day? List those out, find the gaps in your data, and start capturing it. Just like the example I gave earlier about automating purchasing. Do you keep track of quotations? Do you tier out your pricing? Do you keep track of what Incoterm you bought up? Do you keep track of production lead time, freight lead times, et cetera, et cetera? All right, guys. So one day when you do implement that amazing AI supply chain that will blow you up, hopefully that's luminous, and you prompt it to say, hey, when should I order product X? Instead of being like, ? Your data sucks. What are you even talking about? It will actually say to you, hey, order this on October 21st at 8 p.m. Would you like me to draft that PO for you at the most optimal price and optimal lead time? Then you can be like,
Jarvis, you there?
let's do that. You'll basically be like Tony Stark, Iron Man.